Today we have Evolution's brand spanking new chop saw. It comes in two flavors, aluminum base, which is what we have here, and a stamped metal base. This is top of the line for Evolution chop saws. Intelligent motor, 15 amps, comes with new EvoMax long life blades. We got two of them here, aluminum and steel. There probably isn't a chance I'm gonna be able to show you 3,500 cuts and wear out one of these blades in this video, but we'll check out the initial quality, we'll check out the blades, we're gonna cut a bunch of stuff, let's see what the cut quality is. You let me know in the comments if you're using these blades and what kind of life you're getting out of them, because in an initial quality review, I'm not gonna be able to show you that. Let's check it out. These 14-inch blades will fit in Evolution's mitering chop saw also. I would consider this an upgrade to anyone who is still rocking an abrasive chop saw. Those things are horrible. I used one for years. Owner's manual. I don't miss the abrasive chop saw. I don't. Evolution sent this down here for free for me to show you guys. Nicely packaged. Evolution's been doing this no styrofoam packaging lately. Honestly, the amount of styrofoam that comes out of these packages I unbox every single week is absolutely out of control. I have to fly dump that stuff at work. It's so bad. Got us another blade. Steel cutting, 3,500 plus rated. That is a 4-inch round tube, a 4-inch steel plate, 1/4-inch plate, 1/8-inch tube. That's a crazy amount of life out of one of these steel cutting blades. Made in Japan. 1-inch arbor. This thing is not light, 65 pounds, despite being aluminum based. Oh, we need to hit the gym. All right, let's get you down here and we can check this thing out. Well, here's everything that comes in the box. You get an 8mm Allen key, very nice, heavy clamp for holding things at a 45 or round tubing. Stamped steel chip tray, slides in from the back. It's got a latch in it. Our included wrench will latch it in so you can carry it around without it falling out. See what we got in here. Got some giant arbor washers. Figure out what these are for. And we got our saw. We got our blade guard held on with a piece of twine, which is nice because we can load our blade in it without any fooling around. We got our pin right here. Pull that out. We can raise our saw. This is very nice. I have not used a chop saw of this style that didn't have a chain on it. This is so much nicer. On the front here, here's our handle for our vise. It's plastic, but it feels like thick, strong plastic. So we got our quick release, flip over. We got a seriously heavy vise on this thing. We got a steel plate that it rides on. In the front here, you got a grommet. We can stick our 8mm wrench in there so it doesn't get lost. This is all C-clipped and cotter pinned together here. We got washers on this. This is nice and heavy duty. I'm assuming this is cast iron. It certainly looks like cast iron. And the same thing with the fence over here. All these blue parts here feel like the same strong plastic. This handle here for releasing our fence is indexable. So if it stops there, that's obviously no good. You can move it to the back. We got a pin here, pull it up. That allows us to get out of 0 and lock into 45 if that's where we're headed. Then we can lock down. Got a scale down here, 0 to 45. Not the easiest one to read ever, but it's there. You see these 3 holes here. And once I take this fence off, there'll be 3 holes back here. You can see the front one here. These holes are to move this fence. So there's 3 positions. You can move this fence forward 1 in 2 positions. That is, if you are going to 45, it gets you the correct angle here. So your blade hits all of the material. You have to move this forward. The reason it's not permanently in the front here is because if you move it back, you can fit bigger material. I'm gonna put all the specs for this and all the max capacities in the description. I'll type it all down there for you. So you go down there and look so I don't bore you to death with the size of all the materials you can cut with this. 1 bolt to get this fence out of here. Seriously heavy duty stuff. We're gonna unscrew this handle and there you go. You got your 3 positions. This side for the handle, this side for the bolt. And you can move it forward, backwards, If we get our washer on that one's skipping across the floor. Our clamp shoe just fits right on this thing. That's it. You can raise it to whatever height you need. For traveling, you can just leave it on there, clamp it down. And here is the card that came on the machine to explain the fence positions. Here is your depth stop. So you got a bolt and a jam nut, and it just contacts up here, that part of the saw right there. Got a big fat spring in here. Don't suspect that'll ever give us any trouble. The door to inspect or replace your brushes here. You got your customer service phone number right on the front. Nice thin plastic face guard there on the machine. So for those of us who are too dumb to put our glasses on once in a while, it might save your butt. We got our arbor lock button right here. Metal, just like the mitering chop saw that we got sitting in the corner over there. S15 CPS, 15-inch steel cutting chop saw. We got 14-inch blades to show you, 15 amps. No load speed, 1100 RPM. It says 57 pounds. The box said 65, but the manual says 57 without the blades. So made in China, blades made in Japan. Serialized, and mine was made August of 2024. So not too old, this one. Up on the top here, we got a plastic, very thick handle. This here has its own wire, and there's hardly a mention of this, but it looks like we have an LED light back here. Hopefully a shadow cut line. It would be on this, the top of the line model with the aluminum base only, it appears, but we'll have a look. I hope that's really what that is. We got our pretty standard handle here. We got a lock. Got a hole in the corner here, so if you want to throw a padlock in this thing, if you're going to put it in a school, or you have an orange cat at home that you do not trust, you can lock this puppy down. Onto our blade. EvoMax, 3,500 plus cuts. I mean, they write it big enough to where it better be true. Through 4-inch by 1/8 round tube or 4-inch by 1/4 steel plate. This is 1-inch arbor, so it'll fit through the mitering saw and these new chop saws. And Sensmart carbide, as far as I understand it, ceramic, metal, and this is a blend of carbon and metal. Proprietary blend of herbs and spices here in an attempt to accomplish 3,500 cuts. Independent tested. That's something I like to see right on the package. No matter how you swing this, it's gonna be better than an abrasive chop saw. I almost promise you that. Almost anything's better than an abrasive chop saw. As usual, I should have gloves on when I'm doing this. Got a black coating on it. Let's get it in there. Let's see how it cuts. We were also gifted the aluminum cutting blade. This one also claims 3,500 cuts, 4-inch by 1/8 wall tubing. This is a tungsten carbide blade. Pretty much the same packaging. Can't really tell the difference by looking at them. I'm gonna warn you, if you buy these blades, watch out for this packaging, because they have these tabs here. There should be one over here, I think. And I had one of these blades come out when I pulled this out of the box. So be careful handling this packaging. I would like to see maybe some more tabs holding it down inside there. Especially if you're just gonna keep the blades in these and hang them on the wall till you need them. Got a nice thick cover here on a bolt. Well, 2 bolts. This one's loosened up. Blade washers are huge. Inner and outer. Arbor, seriously heavy duty looking. I've looked through this owner's manual and I cannot tell you what these bigger washers are for. I'm just gonna assume they're for the 15-inch blade if you choose to buy and use one. There is a 15-inch steel cutting blade. It is not the EvoMax style, but it's on the website. I don't know what they might have in store for the future. But we're gonna use these smaller ones because they came included and pre-installed in the saw. The steel cutting blade is 80 tooth. The aluminum blade is 100 tooth. And we have another washer on our arbor bolt. Righty-tighty on this one. Press our arbor button. Beautiful. And we'll just tighten down our cover. Well, that one's got a nut on the other side. That one just spins. This one tightens down. There we are. Looks to be about 11 feet of UL listed power cord. Plenty of cord here, so hopefully you don't have to go get an extension cord. Chip tray. Oh yeah, there's a piece of spring steel in the front on the opposite side over here that gives that some tension. That's nice. We can latch it down and it'll stay secure. There we go. Nice attention to detail. We do have a beautiful LED cut line on this model. Pulling the trigger just a little bit without starting our saw, and we can turn on our LED cut line. Just like a high-end miter saw for wood. It seems silly to do this because the second that blade touches a piece of metal, it's gonna be crazy, crazy loud. But we do this with every saw. So 30 inches microphone from the blade. It's gonna get a whole lot louder than that. I think that's pretty much all I have to show you on this thing. I mean, there isn't much to it. It is a chop saw. You got a roll pin on this and a lockout for your 0 and 45 detent. But otherwise, man, this is good quality stuff. This thing weighs a ton. I've really come to expect decent quality from Evolution. Everything they've sent me has been top of the line. And this is initial quality, no exception. We got a ton of stuff to cut. We got 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch plate. We got some aluminum stuff here, basic stock, but we got rounds, round tube, square tube. We got some stock. This might not be big enough to clamp safely, but if I was prettier, I'd worry about getting hit in the face, you know? Not too much aluminum because my TIG welding is, I don't even think it qualifies as suspect. But for steel, we got plenty of stuff. We got a 1-inch conduit, a 2-inch solid round, 1-inch square 1/8 wall, 3-inch. I don't remember how thick that is, but it's small. We got ourselves a little I-beam, and we got a 3/4 threaded rod that I have to do anyway for a project when I'm done with this video. So we'll start with the small stuff. We'll do the steel, and then I'll flip the blade and we'll do the aluminum. If I have some time this week, I'll stop by maybe metal supermarkets and find something better in aluminum. The only gripe I have, maybe, I mean, call it nitpicking for sure, but I wish this little washer was captive to this because I have to take this off to move the fence. I'm going to do that a lot probably in this video. And what are the chances I drop that and it rolls under the toolbox? Probably 64% chance that happens. That is my only gripe looking at this thing initially. Here is the recommended position for the fence, depending on what you're cutting. This is just easier for me to show you than to explain. You can pause your screen if you like. Clean enough for me. A little warm on that one, but that's a lot of steel right there. The clamp is pretty strong, and the weight of the machine really is to its advantage. little too hot to touch. The aluminum blade takes no effort to cut. No burrs, no nothing. Just perfect cuts every single time. It's crazy, really. Aluminum's awesome. It's actually cold. You know what I'm going to say? In the end, the only opinion here that really matters is your opinion. So you tell me what you think about this. It is a premium chop saw for a premium price. The blade's about 150 bucks. Check out the description, the links with pricing. You can check everything out down there. Let me know what you guys think. Is it worth the entry price for this level of quality in cutting and this robust of a saw? The only nitpicks I can give you about this saw, we're losing a little bit of finish on the fence and on the vise. There's a little bit of flaking I noticed before I started cutting, but do I care about that? Not really. And that washer that I wish was pinned to the shaft of this knob here would have been nice, but man, we're really reaching for stuff to complain about with this, because the motor on this is strong as hell. My ear could not hear a difference in speed at all cutting anything. It was always the same speed to my ear. You guys tell me. You guys tend to watch the videos closer than I do when I edit them and pick up on things that I don't notice. So I leave it to you. Hit me up in the comments, hit subscribe if you haven't already, because we do mostly woodworking stuff, but we get into the metal. We got more Evolution stuff coming. There's something sitting right behind you I can't show you yet, and I suspect when the table saw that's already out in the UK hits America, we might have one to check out. So if you like Evolution, stick around, come on back. Might be worth your while. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.